In the 40s, 50s, and 60s, the influence of Italian-American families in Fort Lee was formidable. Perhaps the three most prominent characteristics of this group was loyalty to friends, devotion to excellence through competition, and above all, love of family. The fact that 7 of the 10 Hall of Fame players from this period are of Italian descent speaks to the enormous impact their values had on our community. The celebration was held in the family's backyard. It was 1962, and the son had just completed the requirements for a degree in general dentistry. As you might imagine, the proud Italian family was overjoyed by their son's accomplishments. In fact, this was not the beginning or even close to the end of all the profound achievements of Toby Finizio, class of 1954. My relationship with him and the resulting influence he had on my life are reasons I include him among the very special individuals who I was privileged to know during my high school years. I met Toby in either the 8th or 9th grade through a close mutual friend, Ron Batroff, class of 1954. There was something about Toby. On the one hand, he was easy to be with, was always a helpful friend, and simply one of the guys. I appreciated that because he was 2 grades ahead of me and never gave me the feeling he was looking down. He always treated me as an equal. That was big, given that Toby's other side was of a fearless, gifted athlete and a fierce competitor in all things in which human endeavor can be measured. I looked up to him, so when I saw him interact with his beautiful family, a design for my future was imprinted in my psyche. Toby's father was a man who, with just a 3rd grade education, gave his family everything a father and a husband possibly could. He built and owned his own company, Edgewater Freight Handlers, and while hard work and courage were among his more significant traits, his devotion to family trumped all others. While Toby won the lottery in the gene pool, he could not have had a more exemplary role model than his father, Andrew, to emulate. Those influences are at the root of Toby's incredibly productive life. Constraints on time and space for the final DVD permit me to include just a small portion of Toby's accomplishments. Even in brevity, they are more than enough to make anyone understand who this exceptional man is. His senior year in football, he was the starting fullback and the team's MVP. He received a full scholarship to Michigan State and played fullback. He then transferred to Hillsdale College and started at fullback in his junior and senior years, where the team had the longest winning streak in history, 34 games. How good was he? He received tryout letters from the Detroit Lions, Baltimore Colts, New York Titans, now the Jets. He decided on a career as a physician, however, instead. He was a key player on the Fort Lee basketball team in 1954 and ran the 440 on the Hillsdale College varsity track team. After college, Toby attended Columbia University College of Dental Medicine and graduated 3rd in his class in 1962. In 1965, he was accepted into the Georgetown University Hospital Internship and Residency Program for oral and maxillofacial surgery. In 1968, he received his master's degree in oral and maxillofacial surgery. His professional career is so replete with honors, presidencies, fellowships, etc., that cannot be enumerated here. Some asides from his military career. He was drafted as a captain in the U.S. Army, as a clinician at White Sands Missile Range, New Mexico. Toby received the Army Commendation Medal. He created the medical athletic program at White Sands in football, baseball, and basketball, and was named an All-Star in all 3 sports. Dr. Toby Finizio, while far more educated than his father, has become his father's peer when it comes to devotion to family. He's been married to Janice Cruz Finizio for 53 years, has 5 children and 12 grandchildren. His only son is a radiologist. I wound up marrying Marilyn Russo Carlstead, also from a devoted Italian family. Toby, my friend and role model, helped set me on a life course for which I could not possibly have any regret. This project affords me the opportunity to thank him. Jim Carlstead.